Contreras announcing the weight of Angel Hernandez. Came in 4 pounds overweight yesterday to the weigh-ins.
Yeah, there was no chance that they were going to call the fight off, but when that happens, usually it's a 20%, usually what standard 20% purse penalty, 10% goes to the commission, 10% to the opponent. So Askhat maybe with a little extra change in his pocket coming into tonight, but you know, either way, they're here, and we'll see if that weight advantage for Angel Hernandez plays into any of his strategy, but he's in for a tough night against Askhat.
6-round super lightweight bout. You saw Askhat giving Ualikhanov a big hug before the bout started. Ualikhanov now his second Kazakhstani fighter in a row. Askhat a 3-1 record, a controversial DQ in his professional debut. 2016, the only blemish on his record.
Yeah, he hit a guy, his opponent, right as the bell rung, and they disqualified him for that. So he took a little bit of time off, 2 more fights since then, and now in his top-ranked debut tonight in a 6-round fight.
Both fighters wearing similar colors. It's Angel Hernandez with the frills on his trunks. And I think that's velvet. Is that black velvet he's got on there?
Maybe a little velour with some tassel.
Who doesn't love velvet?
I'm saying. It's 2 Kazakh fighters, 2 southpaws. Back-to-back fights, and will Ualikhanov have a 2-0 record with his stable tonight? We'll have to wait to see, as we're in just round 1 of 6 here at Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
We're seeing already the difference in this fight versus the first one, with these 2 fighters very similar in height and reach, getting inside, a lot of body combinations, not as much distance between them as we saw in Janibek Alimkhanul's fight just moments ago.
Well, yeah, and Hernandez already landing 2 punches as he was able to get in on the inside.
The overhand left by Askhat. Hernandez coming off a loss, split decision in May against Bill Hutchinson. Really held his own in that fight. It was a narrow split decision.
And the matchmakers knew what they were doing, putting Angel Hernandez, because this is a guy, although he's 13-10, he's never been stopped. He's never lost by a knockout. So very tough opponent so far for Askhat Kanul. I almost went back to Ualikhanov. Thank you.
Stick with
I was
the
having
first names,
flashbacks. I'm going to stick with Askhat here. I'm going to give Ualikhanov a hard time after this with these. We're going to first name basis for these Kazakh fighters. But as I was mentioning, Angel Hernandez had never been stopped and has fought quite a flurry of top-ranked fighters. And Andy Vences, Eric De Leon, he fought Casey Ramos. So some good opposition. And he's given it to him so far here in round 1.
Hernandez has got in on the body as the crowd has started to trickle in here to Oracle. A little bit more noise from the seats.
They're excited to see some action.
That's right.
Had a bit of more of a chess match in the first round. So.
Good showing by Angel the Hitman Hernandez. Might have been a few pounds overweight, but connecting with some strong body combinations as Askhat Ualikhanov gives the cameras and his trainers a little bit of a wink there. Says, I'm fine, just establishing where I want to go with this fight.
And in fact, that was kind of a tough round to score, because I felt like Angel Hernandez did a really good job coming forward, throwing punches. He was effective on some, as did Askhat. So that was a pretty good first round.
Askhat is trained by Marco Contreras. Of course, Contreras was in the news just these past couple of days as he was the trainer of Alexander Vodzik, replaced by Teddy Atlas for his upcoming fight.
And that's not a knock at all at Marcos, because he definitely has his hands full at the boxing laboratory with all of these fighters that Ualikhanov has brought over. And it's just a huge opportunity for Vodzik at this point in his career as he fights Stevenson and gets a world title shot, that he just needed that individual one-on-one attention. And who knows if that will be something going forward or he'll go back to Marcos. But everyone agreed to the decision, and all is well on both sides there.
You're absolutely right. With Contreras working with quite a few of Klimas's fighters, including Alexander Besputin. He's got a good one here in Askhat Ualikhanov, 27-year-old from Shu, Kazakhstan. Grew up as watching Gennady Golovkin, who's his idol. Maybe we're seeing in these first two fights here in Oakland the next wave of Kazakhstani fighters.
And if anyone knows how to eye talent, it's their manager, Igis Klimas, I mean, manager of the year, and he really does have an eye for talent. And you know, there's a couple elite fighters right now, but there's a real good up-and-coming class, these young fighters, and it'll be interesting to see who kind of separates themselves as they go forward in their career, because there's just a huge influx of Kazakh fighters right now.
Body combination by Hernandez. Askhat comes in known as a really tight defensive fighter, but Hernandez has been able to get inside quite a bit here in the early rounds. You see a good combination upstairs as they trade punches, and Hernandez connects with the right, but Askhat got in a couple as well. Straight right by Hernandez, connects upstairs.
And those punches are connecting to the body. Right. Those are scoring punches for Hernandez. And Askhat comes back with a good body shot, but then takes one right back.
Didn't know what to expect from Hernandez after the weigh-in yesterday when he came in 4 pounds overweight. But showing us here early that that doesn't necessarily mean he wasn't ready for the fight. Got the push there. Wanted to get separation. Hernandez prefers to work inside. Low blow there as Askhat's going to get warned. Straight left back to back by Askhat. The third time connects two. Again with the left, Askhat. But Hernandez continues to come forward.
Good. Yes, good.
Left to the body.
We've all the body work in this round for Askhat, and when he punches and then gets on the move, he's most effective, landing a great upper right there too.
Askhat has picked up the pace here in the second round. Not wanting to toy with Hernandez anymore. Good final minute of round number 2 by Askhat Ualikhanov. Askhat Ualikhanov, the 27-year-old from Shu, Kazakhstan, coming alive and late in the second round against Angel Hitman Hernandez. Round 3 of 6. We've got some Kazakhstani fans here in attendance.
We do.
Hernandez connects with the right. Eric Rothman, Christina Poncher here with you. Our second fight of this undercard, leading up to the title defense of Jerwin Pretty Boy on Cajas. Those co-main events will be on ESPN Plus as well. Great night of top-ranked boxing here in the Bay Area.
You get the sense that Angel Hernandez slowing down a little bit his output as Askhat's doing a good job of kind of punching and moving, and he's kind of having to hunt him down.
That's what we didn't see from Askhat in the first round.
Correct.
Good left uppercut by Askhat against the ropes. 3-punch combination catches Hernandez upstairs, and Askhat isn't done yet.
Very nice, and very well done on the counter as well.
Hernandez back against the ropes. Askhat pressing with the left hand. Another left by Askhat. Another uppercut, and Askhat Ualikhanov putting on a show here in the third. That's a low blow, as Hernandez has received a couple of those. Askhat was warned in the first round.
And he did the right thing. Nothing said by the ref, so you just keep going and you just keep fighting. And Hernandez was in no position right there to complain about it as he's getting pummeled against the ropes. But Hernandez got quite a chin, like I said. And in his 10 losses, he's never been stopped. And you can see why. He's taken some punishment from Askhat here and has still stayed the course.
Hernandez trying to establish that jab just to slow down the fight a little bit. Under 30 seconds to go here in the third. Just to get out of this round.
Can Askhat be the first fighter to stop Angel Hernandez? That'd be a nice little feather in his cap in his young pro career.
I'm sure we would enjoy that, especially with the Kazakhstani fans who have showed up here at Oracle Arena. Great third round by Askhat Ualikhanov. We mentioned known as a tight defensive fighter, but also has the ability to knock you down with that body shot. And really, the combinations in that third round were what caught Hernandez off guard, because they came quick and they came furiously.
Yeah, his hand speed is much more superior than is Angel Hernandez's, so he should continue to throw punches and bunches just like he did. He was effective netting each one of those shots, and I'm pretty sure that's somewhat of what Marcos Contreras is telling him right now in the corner. Continue to throw 2, 3, 4 punch combinations, and you might be able to stop this guy.
Askhat is 3-1, 3 wins in a row, coming off a July unanimous decision against Daryl Harris. And now a chance to pick up his 4th win as a professional, as Hernandez barely getting out of that third round. And a huge left to start the 4th for Askhat. Now he works the body with the right. Askhat just having his way with Angel Hernandez.
Yeah, he's just done a really good job at being first. He's made Angel Hernandez have to work going backwards, and I think that that's something that's going to be...
Well, and frankly, Hernandez doesn't have the speed to work backwards.
No, he doesn't, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to continue to be effective. He can just get off first.
We're seeing more and more the open body shots that Askhat is able to exploit. Connects with the left. And credit for Hernandez, who has not stopped coming forward, even after getting hit with some monster shots by Askhat. Now Hernandez gets hit with a combination. Askhat's corner yelling for more combinations. Good shot to the body on that right uppercut. Askhat goes right back to the body again, connecting this time with the left. 3-punch combination up top.
And did a good job of slipping that counter too from Hernandez, so showing some of his defensive prowess as well.
This is where Hernandez wants to be. He wants to be inside. That's where he was able to be effective in that first round, and we haven't seen it since.
And that's where sometimes, you know, when you are trying to cut weight and you can't make it, where it starts to take a toll, because as the fight goes on, that's to the detriment of a fighter that's been, you know, quite frankly, trying to drain himself to make the weight. It just tires you out, especially taking the shots that Angel Hernandez has taken so far.
There's another left-right combination as Askhat moves backwards to throw that uppercut. Under a minute to go here in the 4th round. Three-punch combination as Askhat slowed down a little bit the pace there, but bounces back as he was near his corner and heard the instructions and threw the combination on command. Hernandez gets inside to a shot into the body and a two-punch combination.
He was able to slip an uppercut in there too. But it's not enough to win him the round.
No, not enough for Hernandez as Askhat finishing with a right to the fifth round between Askhat Ualikhanov and Angel Hernandez, and we've seen two strong performances by Kazakhstani fighters to start off this top-ranked boxing show here in Oakland, California. As Jonovic, well, Ualikhanov getting the win in our first bout, and Ualikhanov en route to a victory here against Angel Hernandez. A dominant third and fourth round for him. He comes out firing here in the fifth. Hernandez again getting inside. That's where he's been able to land. And a couple quick uppercuts by Hernandez. Hernandez catches him again with the right. Every time Askhat stops moving is when Hernandez gets a chance to get inside, get that uppercut rolling.
Or when he abandons the jab for too long.
Good shot by Hernandez. That right uppercut landing consistently here in the fifth.
He might have got a second win now, Angel Hernandez.
It's the same punch over and over again. The right uppercut to the chin of Askhat Ualikhanov. Askhat, a good combination.
Unfortunately for Askhat, although he's taken some punishment, it doesn't really seem to had too much of an effect on him in terms of, you know, moving him back or his legs buckling or anything like that. So Hernandez.
But potentially enough to maybe steal a round.
Well, yes, and they still are quote-unquote scoring punches, you know, because they have landed effectively despite the impact that they've had on Askhat, or lack thereof.
Hernandez now the aggressor with Askhat on the ropes. Hernandez working the body here. A minute to go in the fifth round. Now Askhat's had enough. Strong right hook, again with the right hook. Stop! 30 seconds to go here in round number 5. Quick break. What has been the most exciting round so far of this fight.
And Hernandez has found a home for that uppercut
That's
here
right.
in round 5, that's for sure.
He's gotten inside. He's getting closer and closer to Askhat.
He's thrown about 15 of them in this round.
Well, you said it earlier. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Hernandez is up. Sixth and final round in this super lightweight bout between Askhat Ualikhanov and Angel Hernandez. Hernandez showed some life there in the fifth round, connecting over and over again with the uppercut. We'll see if Askhat goes back to those combinations that worked so well in the early rounds. Little blood on the right cheek and nose of Askhat. Askhat's corner yelling, last round, come on, come on. They want to see that flurry, using his athleticism, what was separating him in rounds 2 through 4. Good duck there by Ualikhanov, but Hernandez caught him sliding out of his way.
Yeah, sliding back with his hands down. And he got caught, and a good fighter, veteran fighter like Hernandez will catch those moments, those brief moments of opportunity.
Both fighters trading combination against the ropes, under 2 minutes to go here in the final round. Much closer fight than the first one we saw here on our card. It's Hernandez, who looked dead to rights in the third round, has caught second wind, although a good combination up top by Askhat stops him cold.
And what a chin on Hernandez. My goodness, he's taken some punishment tonight, just continues to come forward.
Good left by Askhat, and a combination to the chin.
Really nice work right there by Askhat.
Again, the left over the top on the combination with a minute to go as Askhat Ualikhanov establishing control again. Dancing out of the way defensively.
You get the sense that the crowd is, eager for a knockout, but I don't think in the last 30 seconds. I mean, I've been wrong before, but the chin on Angel Hernandez has stood up to some serious punishment tonight from Askhat.
And Hernandez has inflicted some damage as well. You see the blood on the nose of Askhat. And it's those Askhat Ualikhanov combinations that continue to score with 10 seconds to go here in the final round. One more flurry by Askhat. Catches him with the left. Good finish by Askhat Ualikhanov, the 27-year-old from Shu, Kazakhstan. It may be a tougher bout than he thought against Angel the Hitman Hernandez. We'll be back with the verdict when we return. Second bout of the evening goes to the judges' scorecards for the decision. We check in the ring with Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds, judges Danseco and Thomas Gitlin turn in scores of 58-56, and Judge Bayless scores at 59-55. All three in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. From Kazakhstan, Askhat Ualikhanov.
Second fight in a row, that a unanimous decision for a Kazakhstani fighter managed by Agas Klimas and Askhat Ualikhanov.